empirical formula and molecular formula. So when you see the symbol percentage, okay, straight away you write down, assume mass equals to 100 gram. Okay, this is important. Okay, another one that I want to stress is ratio. Okay, when you get your number of mole, when you start calculating the ratio, if it's not a whole figure, never ever round off. Means you cannot assume it is equals to 1. Okay, this is incorrect. Okay, you need to multiply by the value of a factor when to get the whole number. Okay, for example, when you multiply by 3, you get 4, a whole number. Okay, so the question here is, usually students ask, when can I round up, when I cannot round up? Okay, for example, 1.9, then you can round up becomes 2, 1.8, cannot round off, 2.03, yes, you can round off, but 2.1, you cannot round off. You need to multiply the value by a factor. Okay, another one is that you must look at what is required. Empirical formula, so must label empirical formula. Then number 2 is molecular formula. Okay, next one. When the question gives carbon dioxide and water, the most common mistakes that students do is they forgotten to multiply 2, because in H2O there are 2 hydrogen. So when you are calculating the mass, remember you need to multiply by 2 for hydrogen in water. Okay, so this is the one that I want to highlight, especially for water. Another one is hydrated. Hydrated means that the formula contains dot H2O. You do not separate them, becomes hydrogen and oxygen in the formula. So when you calculate, you treat H2O as a whole for calculation, divided by 18. Then you will get your answer. And then your empirical formula, remember to put dot H2O. Okay, so here 4, so you have 4 more of H2O here. Okay. Another type of question is form experiment. Okay, it says here oxide. Determine the empirical formula for an oxide compound. Oxide means contains oxygen. Okay, let's look at the information given. We have magnesium. So means we know that it is magnesium oxide, but we do not know the ratio yet. So we need to calculate from the information given. Okay, so we need to find the mass only for magnesium and the mass only for oxygen. Okay, for both, okay, for sample exercise number 9 and sample exercise number 11, oxygen we always calculate lastly, okay, because sometimes combustion happens in excess oxygen. Therefore, calculate oxygen last. Okay, so that's all for empirical formula and molecular formula.